else, we are committed to the creation of a safe and understanding environment for all students and staff while providing a world-class education. At this time, we will ask Mr. Cooey to lead us in our invocation as well as the pledge.
Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thanks for allowing us to be here tonight to make decisions that are good for our children and our teachers and faculty and staff. God bless us all that we know we're doing when we make these decisions that lead us down a path to help everyone. And God bless our children, they stay safe. And thank you for letting us stay warm over the last 2 weeks. It has been extremely cold. Bless all of us that have a good school meeting tonight and a safe trip home. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and being a part of this school board meeting. We have 2 action items, the personnel items and the discussion and approval phase 1 of the construction documents for Eastside Elementary. Do we have anyone who wants to address either one of those action items? If not, we would like to take this opportunity to close and adopt our agenda.
Matt, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to make the motion to close and adopt the agenda with the addendum.
Second it.
It's been moved.
And it was all in order.
Sorry, I went overboard there. Sorry.
It's all in order.
Thank you so much, Mr. Superintendent. It has been moved and properly second that we close and adopt the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. The motion is carried. We are going to start with a presentation, our monthly financial report for December 2024 from Ms. Laxton.
Good evening. As you guys can see, right now unassigned as of December 2024 was at 5.36%. We all know we've obviously been discussing, but we've already earmarked $896,000 of that will be coming out to cover the staffing for the remainder of this fiscal year, the costs related to the staffing, and of course the non-union salary raises that we have given already as of in a couple of days, January the 31st. For taxes, we have collected 61.42% of taxes compared to 60.83% to prior year, so we are now up. Compared to last time that I presented, we were down a good bit. So half-cent sales tax we've collected for a 12-month rolling. We were, for the 2024 calendar year, we were $7.47 million collected, and then of that, this stays at the district $6.908 million. Electricity is actually favorable by 8%, and diesel is favorable as well by 20%. So we're looking favorable in those areas. Just going to continue to watch the fund balance and the assigned and unassigned. So that's all I
Do
have.
we have any questions for Ms. Laxton? If not, thank you so much. At this time, we move to our action items. We'll start with our personnel items that are on the agenda. Mr. Superintendent, are everything in order?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Chair, I move we approve the personnel item.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the personnel items. Do we have any discussions? Do I hear a motion in favor? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Personnel items are approved. Our second action item, discussion and approval phase 1 of the construction document for Eastside Elementary, available for review in Mr. Todd Whittegren's office. Do I hear a motion?
Madam Chair, I move we approve.
I second that.
It's been moved and properly second that we accept the Phase 1 of the construction document for Eastside Elementary. Any discussion? No discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. At this time, we will move to our consent agenda. Do I hear a motion to accept the consent agenda?
Madam Chair, I move to approve the items on the consent agenda with the items on the addendum.
Second.
Been moved and properly second that we accept the items that are on the consent agenda as well as those that are on the addendum. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. All right, we will have, open the floor for any citizens' comments. We, as usual, we have a 3-minute limit, and we start by giving our name and address.
Yes, ma'am. Ricky Garrett, 998 South Marion Avenue. I'm a teacher at Pathway. I have just two little things I'd like to talk about. First of all, please do not read into the audience not being what it was last time. Many schools, not considering the school board's agenda, planned activities such as Literacy Week and other activities, science fairs and such. And there is a flu bug going around that has taken out many of our teachers. So that's the lack of the audience for this meeting. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to tell a little story. I have a teacher friend, not here in this county anymore. A teacher friend I knew for 10 plus years. A teacher friend could no longer stay in the county for many different reasons. And the sad thing is, my teacher friend was a core teacher. And I mean a core, one of the core classes, which is a hard thing to find. And this teacher had the passion for the students that makes me look like a weenie. And we lost that teacher. And the reason we lost that teacher is because the teacher found another position in another county, not far away, makes the drive every day, and went from 46 to 60 with just the years that this teacher had. That's the disparity that we deal with when it comes to what this county can offer in its salary basis versus what the other counties are. We lose talented teachers, not because they don't want to be here. They just can't function. They can't live a life on what they can make here when they can just drive 45 minutes and improve their salary almost $15,000. So please, consider that when you're thinking about how to show these teachers that you value them. Keep the ones we got, and let's help to recruit more so we can give the students, give the people that we dearly love what they need so they can become the caretakers for us as we get old. I ain't there yet. You guys aren't either. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garrett. As you are coming, I do want to express one of our policies, our school board policy 2.06, subtitle 10 and 11, that when we have a presentation that extends, where we have a number of people who are presenting to the board, we have to limit it to 20 minutes, but there has to be with a reservation of 8 days prior to the board meeting. So we have not received that request. So what we will do is, out of courtesy, we will listen to 3 presentations tonight. Would you please give me your name and your address?
Yes.
And we have 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I put this up on the thing. Would that be okay? So you can see.
Mhm.
Okay. If not, give me my wonderful family. Sorry. I promise it'll only be 3 minutes. Sorry to my mother who lack of arts and crafts skills. My name is Michael Reynolds. I live at 1004 South Marion Ave, Lake City, Florida, 32025. Thank you, Mr. Garrett. Tonight we're going to have an economics lesson. On the graph, you see the black vertical line is the y-axis, or our wages. The black horizontal line on the bottom is the x-axis, or the quantity. The upward sloping red line is the supply, and that represents the number of workers. The fact that it is upward sloping should make sense to us because as wages increase, the quantity of people willing to do the work increases as well. The blue line represents demand, which represents the number of jobs that a business has. It should be downward sloping because as wages decrease, the quantity of people that a business would be willing to hire would increase as well. Where the supply and demand intersect, it's called the equilibrium. That means the number of people willing to do the job at a given wage equals the number of jobs available at a given wage. Now, for the real-world applications of these lessons. What happens when an employer sets the wages below the equilibrium? Great question. That leads to a shortage. The number of jobs available is greater than the number of people willing to do that job as represented by the dotted green line. Does Columbia County currently have a shortage in terms of teachers? Great question, engaged in the lesson school board member. Yes, they do. How do I know? Well, as of last school board meeting, Columbia County had 15 long-term subs and paraprofessionals teaching in classrooms instead of teachers. We're going to skip over the fact real quick that the cost of savings of having non-teachers do teaching jobs has not been passed on to teachers, but instead focused on how do you eliminate shortages. Option 1 is decreasing the demand for teachers. Since the demand for teachers is derived from the number of students in a school district, shrinking demand would mean eliminating students or decreasing the number of students, so not really an option. Option 2 is increasing the supply of teachers. The way that you increase the supply of teachers is by lowering the qualifications of teachers, of people who are willing to take that job. Well, the state legislature and the governor have already lowered those qualifications to a point, and it has had no effect. Option 3 is a conservative practice. Option 3 is the basis of all market-based economics. When the markets say there's a shortage, you increase the price, or in this case, the wages, until there is no longer a shortage. That is what the Columbia Teachers Association keeps asking for. Other real-world applications you might ask of this: what happens when you set the wage too high? You get a surplus of people willing to do that job. If a principal were to open up a math or science job this summer, the number of people from outside the school district applying for the job might be 1, and it isn't always a qualified person, just a live body. That is not a surplus. But if this administration hypothetically opened up an assistant principal position, the district would have numerous qualified applicants. According to economics, this happens simply because the administration wages are set too high. Class, your exit slip. Every summer, teachers voluntarily leave Columbia County and go to other high-paying counties. How many of our administrators have voluntarily, not forced, left Columbia County in the last 5 years? Thank you for your time, and I hope you have the day that you deserve.
Thank you, sir.
I do have a quandary of how we can recommend and also mandate the same criteria at the same meeting as should be projected within 8 days, I believe it was. And you're also limiting our time to 3 people speaking when there should be 3 people for the 20 minutes is more, 3, 6, 9. That's limiting to less than half the amount of time we're being allowed to provide. I believe the number was 20 minutes. So why
That's
are we
20
allowing
minutes if
3
you have,
speakers?
that's 20 minutes if you have a request in. That we do not have a request in. So we're going to, out of courtesy, listen to 3 presentations. But if we have a request in, then you can have your 20 minutes.
8 days prior.
Yes.
Thank you. I notice you don't have a clock, so I'm going to start
I'm
mine.
keeping it here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Board
can we
members,
get
Yes,
your name?
we
I'm
need your
sorry.
name and your address, sir.
board members and teachers, thank you for this time and opportunity to speak of this to your attention. I'm David Green, 120 Florence Glen, 32055. Please ask why. Our students should be asking why. We should be asking why. And the merit of that is if you ask why to someone telling you something, you'll get an answer. Then you'll get another answer, another one. That 3rd to 5th answer will be the actual answer because you get away from everything else. All the preliminary, all the debating to the core value of why. So please ask yourself why you're limiting teacher salary. Why you're not coming about to express how much you feel, how much you believe as a district that is matching what the Florida state is saying the teachers need. I don't want you to bifurcate the amounts that are being provided. The Teacher Association is asking for, Columbia Teacher Association with proposal 825 for the TSIA funds from the state mandate and $357.11 per teacher out of the mandated surtax. The county itself is asking for a 1.5% raise. The county itself is saying it takes more to live here, but yet the district is saying teachers don't deserve any more. The state allocated money from state funds for certified employees, which to receive $3,000 raise. These funds to be used for teacher salaries. Why are the teachers in Columbia County not getting their due compensation without having the debate and the back and forth communications? There's already been noted that that money is there and earmarked for them. All that's being asked is that the school board, the district, is also providing some of that income for the teachers to increase their salaries. Not to split it, but to add to it. It is understood and documented that teachers fund classroom materials, supplies, and overtime, self-pay overtime. Supplies for $200 to $600 up to $2,000 out of their own pocket. I do not know any other industry, employer, or district that expects more effort, action to be provided by the employee than the teacher's employer, the district. The care, support of pay needs to be provided by the district, not just allowing the state to give some and say, oh, that's enough. We need to have a hand in this. We need to show a healthy appreciation for the teachers. The Department of Health comprised this information. Their methodology can be found in the report, Living Wage Calculation for Columbia County, Florida, which is updated last on February 14th, 2024. The report illustrated for the
Thank you,
single
Mr.
adult.
Green. Your time is up.
Would you mind if I had another minute?
No, sir. We give 3 minutes to each person. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we're going to ask for comments from our school board members. We'll start with Ms. Giddens this time.
Really don't have a lot to say. Our meeting was pretty short. Thank you all for being here again tonight to address the board. Teachers, good to see you here. Administration, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. People who were here at our meeting before, thank you for addressing our our zoning, proposed zones. I know, Mr. Taylor, are you still here? I know you worked very hard on that. Thank you, Mr. Whittegren. Mr. Gaylord's already left, but I appreciate all the information you gave us on that, so thank you for that. It was very informative, and I do appreciate it. And other than that, I think that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Giddens. Mr. Hudson?
Well, it's good to have the Phase 1 documents approved tonight for each side and get that moving. Now, that's a major project for this county, but there's a lot of work going into that, and I appreciate all the work that staff has done. Teachers, I appreciate you coming out again tonight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking your time and being here.
Thank you. Mr. Pillar?
Yes, so, Mr. Whittaker, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Gaylord, I know he's gone. Thank you all. Mr. Cooey, thank you. I know there's been a task about the zoning and all, and we appreciate the hard work you guys put in. Ms. Laxton, thank you for your presentation tonight. Everyone else, thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments.
Ms. Hill?
I appreciate the audience being here tonight. Thank you for attending our board meeting. It is Celebrate Literacy Week, and what a great week that is. I see someone out in the audience. I had the opportunity to come and read to their classroom today. That was a lot of fun. And of course, that's why we're here, is to help kids learn and to grow in literacy. So thank you for the opportunity to come to schools, more so this week than ever, and share our love of reading with students. Thanks to all the district staff for the information we received in the workshop. I think it was a great workshop. And I said this in the workshop, Mr. Cooey, but I just wanted to say it again. Thank you for your efforts to go out and speak to school staff members and parents, trying to be transparent with parents about our plans and the process. And I really appreciate it, and I know that the parents and staff members do as well. So thank you.
Okay. Mr. Cooey?
Just two things. One, Literacy Week is different. As principal for White for the last 13 years of my life, I never read to anybody below 5th grade, 4th grade. So as I went to school, so today I got to read to the young ones. Let me just go ahead and say that. I'm glad my son's grown. He's not reading 1st grade. Keeping their attention was quite difficult. If you have that opportunity, that is an experience by itself. And I learned that the book needs to be shorter.
Yes.
Their attention span is shorter than mine. That's not good. So I learned that. So if you have a chance to go read to our kids, it's worth it. We also started FTU Week last Friday. If you know of a kid, and I'm talking to everybody in the crowd too, I appreciate you being here. If you know of a kid that's out there that we can go pick up, please let us know. If I have to get in my car and go get them. It's that critical that we have kids turn out for FTU Week the next 11 days. Everybody knows the second FTU always goes down a little. We need to go find them babies if we can. And then thanks everybody for coming. This job is not easy. What we all do, all of us, everybody out there in that room, out there in that floor. It's not easy, but it's rewarding at the same time. So we try to do what we can do. And just know we got a couple weeks to go here of cold weather. Them babies were cold. We gave out more jackets than I've given out in a long time. Please take care of these children. Some of these children, you are all they got. So take care of them.
Thank you, Mr. Cooey. Thank you to everybody. We appreciate all that you all are doing, and I know that you might not understand all our decisions, but we do care about our staff. We care about our students, and we care about the safety of all. To our administrators who were here tonight and made your presentations, thank you so much. I know that what you are doing take a lot of effort, and then to stay here late at night with us, we appreciate each of you. And with that being said, I did attend Literacy Week. I've had the opportunity to read to the little ones. It is wonderful. That's the happy part of being in the classroom. I love it. And I'm accustomed to reading to the little ones. And we read Green Eggs and Ham, and it was wonderful. So thank you so much. And with that being said, good night. This meeting is adjourned.
I found one. And I thought it was good.